Now, here's the thing. I'm going to pick up Gerikuso's call.
No video.
But people at home can't see the video this week. We'll get it going next time. But I know he's going to have some awesome setup. And it kills me. People aren't going to see it.
All right, let's do it. We'll describe it in detail.
Recycle it next time.
Okay, actually, I'm just seeing a black screen. Oh, fuck. It's the Power Rangers opening.
Oh, he's coming
out of the dumpster on the moon.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, my God. It's so good. It's so good. I have to. Here, hold on. I'm going to shoot this with my phone, and I will tweet it out.
Oh, man. The green screen is failing,
Fuck.
too.
Hold on.
What software do you use?
Fuck. It's a camera. The camera itself removes the background.
Oh, there he is. You're in that dumpster, man. I see you.
There we go.
After 10,000 years, you're free.
All right.
Jerry. Yeah, it's time to conquer this podcast.
Did you have a question for us?
Yeah. Have you guys played any of that new Power Rangers fighting game yet?
No. I wanted to get it. There's a Power Rangers fighting game on consoles now. It was on mobile before, but now it's on consoles. And I wanted to get it. But then as it came out, I heard like the roster was really small. Like it was it had like 6 characters.
Oh my
it's like
God.
in a Power Rangers game, there's only 6. Like one team will have 6 Rangers. So like how is this a cross-generation Power Rangers game? And it's like, oh, well, here's our whole DLC plan. Haven't even bought your game. I don't want to talk DLC. But they've been putting out groups, I guess, of free.
Yeah.
It wasn't on mobile. The game wasn't on mobile. It wasn't on mobile devices. I think it was.
The game was. Well, the company that made this game made the mobile game.
Yeah. I don't know why.
So different game, same company.
But anyway, but yeah, they're putting out batches of free characters, I guess, too. So
yeah,
I'll wait that out and see. But I didn't get it. What do you think?
Well, I quit everything I'm playing to play that game.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, and my there was a tournament held here at one of the esports arenas. About 13 people entered. I got second place. So.
Oh my gosh!
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I'm all in that game because like one of my friends actually worked on it. So, and yeah, free characters, and I already bought season 1 pass. So,
what's the season 1 pass?
The season 1 pass basically just gives you the upcoming, I think, 3 more characters that they're gonna come out with as DLC and the costumes for them. But then they're also releasing 3 characters like pretty soon for free. So that's good.
I'm with you, Rock. I don't like all this DLC pass season.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I was so confronted with that as soon as it even
the
came
game
out.
needs to be like the whole package, and then DLC or like the sprinkles on top.
Hey, I think Smash Brothers has done a great job. I mean, it's funny. They talked about DLC real early on. Anybody else would have been roasted for that. But Nintendo still has done it in a way where you got the fucking most complete game ever. I mean, you could look at the new Smash Brothers and be like, what else can they do with this? Oh my God. And they said, yeah, there's going to be DLC, but we're not going to work on that until this game is done. And sure enough, they did. And now it's been months and months. And it's like, okay, in April, we're going to see like the guy from Persona. Okay. But you know what I mean? But the way that they do it feels very like, this is extra work instead of like it's a plan. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think most people are fine paying more for like more shit later. It's just that when it's part of the plan, like, oh, we're not going to give you this stuff until you pay. You know, it feels very. I think Nintendo has done a good job.
Yeah, but I think the environment for fighting games specifically right now is like you can't get past that, like having DLC. You know.
Yeah.
And I feel like they released that game pretty quick. I'm guessing to get people that game before Mortal Kombat 11 comes out. And I feel like those 3 free characters were supposed to be in the game, but they didn't finish them in time, so they're just gonna release them for free later. But they were supposed to be in there originally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna be real. DLC fucking sucks. I hate that has become the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine a world without DLC. Like, hey, you bought the game, here you go.
Yeah.
Everything we make, there you go. it started slow with Call of Duty. Oh, new maps, but you got to pay for them. And it's just
Yeah.
turned into this whole, now you get a shit game for the entry price, and they just have to keep on buying more and more of this game.
Well,
and
again-
it's just normalized.
Again, I really don't mind it, and in fact, even like it when it's done. Again, I bring up Nintendo. There was Zelda DLC a year later. You know what I mean? Like, that game was over and done with.
Yeah.
And without any need for anything else. And then, like, a year later, we got this pack that, you know, hey, if you want more shit to do, here, I willingly pay. For $20 and I get all this. Yeah, great. But you know what I mean? It was like, it was all done after the fact. There was not like, oh, you're not going to be able to do this until the deal. It was none of that. You know what I mean? So I don't mind that. I mean, there isn't going to be a new Zelda game for years, so I don't mind like giving me more shit later. It's just when it's part of the initial plan that I hate.
When it's piecemeal shit, here's
Yeah.
a new character, here's a new map, here's a new, it's like, shouldn't this just be included? You know, if it's like a whole new game, and instead of just releasing Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 Part 2 physical disc, it's,
Yeah.
hey, you can download it, but it's essentially a different game.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let that slide.
Yeah.
But when it's just like, here's another thing, here's another thing, here's a new map, here's one new facet to the game.
Yeah.
But it's not if it's not a completely new experience, that's bullshit.
Yeah, Dead or Alive 6 just came out, and like, if you want half the new, like, there's characters. The day it came out, there are characters that are only DLC. It's like,
Oh yeah.
what?
I heard about that.
Like, what?
Neo
I just
Geo.
bought the fucking game. Like,
Yeah,
what? You know,
that
so-
should be included.
Yeah,
with
that's
price
the
of
opposite.
entry, and
Yeah.
it's just
have
the
to do it
way
right.
it is now.
But that's why Nintendo keeps getting away with it. Nintendo has done a shitload of DLC, and they get away with it because they don't work. They work on it after the fact, and that's all you have to do. You just have to look like your pencils are down on that one thing. You know what I mean? I thought I didn't question buying the Zelda one because it was so after the fact. They didn't work on it, and I don't mind. I don't really mind the Smash Brothers thing again because that's been so complete for so long, and now they're working on new stuff after the fact. I don't care about that. You know, if you want to add some more extra stuff, I'll get it or I won't. But when it's part of the plan from day one, it's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, in their defense, in Power Rangers' defense, I'm pretty sure all the characters that for their season 1 DLC,
Yeah.
even they don't know what they're gonna be yet,
Yeah.
so they haven't worked on them either. So that's the. Also, it's a $20 game, so I don't
Yeah,
expect.
that's
too
true.
much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, somebody said in the chat, when DLC should feel like extra content, not gated content. And I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Jordan asked, well, what do you think about like DLC where it's like $5 to unlock everything in a game? And even though this doesn't sound like it's in line with everything we've said, I don't actually have a problem with that. Personally, because that is something you can do in the game. You don't have to pay that.
Yeah.
But
it's your
some
choice.
people are like, look, I don't have any fucking time. I'll pay $5 and then I have all this shit. You know, I guess there's part of me that thinks, well, why don't you just have a code in the game where you
I don't
do that?
understand what are you unlocking?
There's some games that have like a shit, you know, you could play for 1,000 hours and unlock all this stuff.
Yeah.
Some of these games occasionally will have a thing on their online store that's like, hey, for $5 you get this and everything's unlocked. I actually don't have a problem with that because I feel like some people would rather just pay. Hey, I don't have a lot of time. Maybe for $5 I do just want everything in the game.
You hit the nail on the head a moment ago when you said that should be a code.
Yeah, I mean, there
That-
is part of me that feels
When
like
we
that.
were in high school,
Yeah.
you would put in a code and you would unlock everything in the game. But frankly, that would kind of ruin the game because it's like,
Yeah.
well, what, you know,
Yeah.
now I'm not going to really
But
play this. to
But
earn
then I
anything.
go back to like, but hey, if that's worth $5 to you, do it. But you don't have to. You know what I mean? So that's why it's like, hey, if they want to throw that on the store, go nuts. I don't have a fundamental issue with that as I do gatekeeping actual stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my head, it's different. I wouldn't do that, but I don't. If you want to make that an option, I guess go for
Imagine like a Contra without the Konami code. For $5, we'll give you 30
it.
lives.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then you could have a chance of beating.
That's
this
the
game.
only way I'll play it is
Yeah.
with the Konami code.
Or like how MKX or Mortal Kombat 10 You
Yeah.
could pay like $2 every time. If you couldn't do the fatality, they would just let you do it easy.
I remember, like, yeah, played Grand Theft Auto 3 and 4 as a kid, and like would put in the code to like get your wanted level down or unlock all the guns.
Yeah.
But imagine like, well, for $1 we can do wanted level down mode, or
Yeah.
pay an extra $1 and we'll give you all the guns whenever you want.
Have you guys heard about the season pass for that? I brought up Dead or Alive. You know, I'm always bringing up Dead or Alive. The season pass for that game and all the DLC. Have you guys heard about that at all? I'm
No.
just
yeah.
realizing I used that as an example. I think they're doing the DLC all wrong in that, and it comes off very cheap. I know this is commonplace in the fighting game community, but it bugs me. Okay, but the season pass, it just occurred to me. You guys don't know how much it costs. I don't think you do. Do you?
No.
Oh,
Was it like
man.
$100?
Oh, Derek, yeah, like 92.
92?
$92 for the season pass.
Yeah.
And what do you get with it?
Oh,
what's in the
tons of
season pass?
costumes.
Oh hell yeah!
How much is the game?
They 60.
Okay. So
Well-
$150 to get all the costumes?
I guess so.
The game with all the costumes?
Yeah.
That's just
There is a
$61.
version of the game.
$93. Sorry, I was wrong. 93.
There's a version of the game that's $0.
That's true. They are doing like a free to play version, and you can like piecemeal like pick the stuff that you want, which I guess is not a bad idea. But at the same time, I think somebody pointed out though, if you end up getting everything in that version, it's more than just buying the $60.
Yeah, probably.
This is the classic plot
Yeah.
of corporations. We're going to make everything so convoluted and confusing that if you try, we'll give it to you for free. It's like a fucking drug dealer, man. He gives you the
Yeah.
first hit for free,
Yeah.
and then it's like you got to come back and pay for
Yeah.
the rest.
Absolutely.
You buy all the drugs at once, it's cheaper, but if you just get a little bit every day,
Yeah.
you're going to just be broke. Video game addiction is real, and the video game corporations are the drug dealers.
The classroom is the last room to get the truth. Bartender is the drug dealer. Straight edge for fucking life.
Hell yeah.
I saw a bumper sticker. I always say that because I saw a bumper sticker that said that, and that really just that stuck with me. And I think I remember laughing about it, and then somebody I was with was like, "Well, you agree with that, right? Like you don't drink." And I was like, "I don't think I've thought that." I don't think
If you're
I've-
straight edge, you shouldn't be allowed to play video games.
yeah.
Oh.
Video game addiction is
Oh,
real.
fuck. Oh no.
Oh.
I have to stop.
Yeah.
Well, I am straight edge for fucking life. SXE Rocco.
Sexy Rocco.
Yeah. Wasn't that straight edge? Was straight edge?
Yeah,
they would say
SXE.
SXE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All my
I feel
junior
like
high
a
friends
generation has
became-
passed that doesn't
Yeah.
remember that Phil DeFranco was SXE Phil when he started. And then people would just say Sexy Phil. Nobody calls him that anymore. We need to bring that back. Phil DeFranco, listen, we did that
Straight edge
Warcraft
Phil.
promotion with him or whatever, and we hung out with him. We saw him at Comic-Con and stuff like that. He's a good dude. Like I think, but you know what? I think we need to go back to the Sexy Phil era. And
I want to go back to straight edge Phil era.
Straight edge Phil. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call him. Next time I see him, I'm going to be like, "Hey, straight edge Phil," and he'll be like,
Yeah.
"Cool," and walk away.
All right.
Anyway.
Thanks for the call.
Thank you for your call, and I'm going to post a clip on Twitter that people can see your wonderful green screen.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.